Hello, future designers and developers, and today we are going to take a look at editing the layout of this HTML website that we have created. We're going to start by adding a couple elements that will help us format it, and then we'll get into the CSS and actually start transforming our website. So the very first thing that we are going to do is we are going to add some layout elements that will help us arrange our document. So let's take a look at what I mean by those layout elements. So W3 Schools, awesome resource. They've got a nice write-up on this, so I don't need to make a PowerPoint or anything like that. So if we're looking at this, it's a very basic example website where we've got a big header right here with the title of the page. We've got a little bit of a navigation bar and this aside. We have got our article or our main section over here, and then we have a footer. So that's kind of the basic layout of a lot of different websites where we have our title, we have the main content, we've got something to help us navigate it, and we've got a footer over here. So what do those actually look like inside of the HTML? They look like these tags. Header defines the header document or a section. So it gives you, this is where the title should be. We've got nav, helps with the navigation links. We've got section, defines a section of the document. You know, when they say you should never use the word in the definition of the word, well, section's pretty hard to pin down other than saying it's a section. So we're going to be using these to kind of define the areas inside of our web page and make our edits and changes. So let's start by adding in some of these tags into our web page. So it's not going to change anything, but we're eventually going to get something that looks like this. But in order to do that, we need to start by editing this one over here. So I'm going to throw both. Well, actually, I'm just going to throw this tag right up here as my header. So underneath H1, I am going to throw in a header. I'm sorry, I said underneath, but just before H1. And then I'm going to make sure that the H1 is inside of the header. And you can see that there's a little bit of formatting where we've got these that are in line. But if I hit format this file, it now shows that my H1 tag is clearly in between my two header tags. So now I've got that inside of that. And that's really useful. Right now we only have one element in there, but imagine if you also had a logo and like a link to your Twitter and you had like some quick links up there or a search bar. Those might be something that you want to throw in there. So right now it looks a little simple, but it's very useful. So now we have our H2 tag, which starts our contents with our navigation over here. So I'm going to go over here and I am going to call out my nav. And I am going to take that closing bracket and throw it after my unordered list. Hit format this file. I can click on nav and I can see both of them are highlighted. That contains both my contents, H2, as well as my unordered list. Sweet. Now I'm going to throw everything from description with this paragraph, my image, habitat, description, paragraph, all this. I'm going to throw all of that inside of an article tag. So I'm going to say that this is the main article. So I'm going to call out article. And I'm going to go all the way until right after my last image and throw that in there. Cool. So now we just have thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I hope that meme's still popular. I'm going to go to the last part, which is going to be our footer, which kind of closes us off. And now I'm going to take the footer and throw it after the paragraph over here. Cool. So, like I said, nothing has changed, but it will happen soon. Our next video is going to be changing the colors within all of these. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.